Y'all, we don't mind faces. Please show your face. That's always helpful. Here we go. I see somebody coming up. There we go. All right. We are, what are we talking about today? We're talking about, 5 things all new designers should know. And y'all, there's like a million different things. So we tried to, I don't know, like narrow it down. So with that being said, there's a couple things that I want to do first is, if you guys have topics or questions or anything that you want addressed in one of these little mini trainings, please don't hesitate to tag Hallie in the Facebook group, to tag me in the Facebook group, like whatever it needs to be done. You can send a DM. I love those ideas. If you have something that you want me to address in a lengthier training and go into more of a podcast, happy to do that. Please, we are here. I am here truly just to serve you, and anything that you guys have questions about, I'm happy to answer. So let me start. Maybe one of your questions is like, who is this person? Let me start by introducing myself. My name is Michelle Lynn, and I am the owner of ML Interiors Group, which is an award-winning 7-figure interior design firm here in Dallas, Texas. I have been featured in Forbes, Southern Living, Modern Luxury, Martha Stewart, Home and Garden, Dallas Morning News, just a variety of other publications. Ultimately, I am a trusted advisor to small business owners in interior design. My sweet spot, where I love, love, love serving, are designers who have achieved 5 figures in revenue. Okay. But you want to scale to multiple 6 figures with profit and with passion. Like, you can scale to multiple 6 figures, you can scale to 7 figures, but if you don't have profit and it's just all revenue, but you don't have any profit, and you're burning the candle at both ends, you're not seeing your family, your health is suffering, there's no need for that. There's no need for that. You want profit and passion. So if you're not following me on the gram, it's Designed for the Creative Mind. Send me a message. That's where you can tell me, hey, I'd like to know more about this. I'd like to know more about that. Speaking of which, most of the questions that I get is about pricing. So you know what I've done? I have created a new masterclass. And it's launching tomorrow, and then we'll have some reruns, some repeats. Let me rephrase that. Reruns sound like so 1970s. It's pricing, profits, and margins. It's a masterclass. Hallie, did you already drop the link? I'm not looking at the chat.
Yes, I did.
You are so damned efficient. I don't even need to ask anymore. It's just like, poof, there it is. So if you guys are interested in learning more about pricing, profits, and margins, that is an option for you as well. Oh, one other thing. What day is it? December. I'm trying to look at the calendar. December 9th, December 7th, whatever day that Monday is. 9th, December 9th, starting at 12 o'clock Central Standard Time. We're having our signature workshop. It's rolling in the dough. How to qualify, quote, and close badass clients, or amazing clients if you prefer. Amazing clients while you're baking your profit into your project. So that is starting on the 9th of December. And it is 5 days, and it's actually 9 days. We have 4 days of bonus, but pencil that in. It's a really good workshop, if I do say so myself. So that's what's coming down the pipeline now through the end of the year. Can you believe it's the end of the year? Like, we're gonna have Thanksgiving in 2 weeks. It's crazy. Okay, so let's start with old faithful question. Where y'all from, and how long have you been in business? Oh yeah, the pricing masterclass is an hour. Thanks, honey. So drop in where you're from and how long you've been in business. I know I ask this just about every single time we do this weekly training, but it helps me figure out who's on the call and if we need to tailor our conversation that way. So, Pearl, you're always so So you're always the first answer. Thank you. We've got Centerville, Virginia, London, UK for 3 years. Hey, Shanice, good to see you. Pearl's been 6 months in business. Island, I can't, my contacts are all jacked up. Nebraska for a year. Hey, Fez, Ontario, Canada, started your company this June. Congratulations. Oh, we've got New Zealand. Hello, CJ. Thanks for being here. Just starting up, Long Island, New York. Your aunt has had a business. Oh, you joined her 3 years ago. Oh, rock on. That is so cool, Kate. That is very cool. Miami just starting, Western Michigan just starting, Alberta, Canada. Okay, good, 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 good. So y'all, when I was saying that y'all are where my heart is, like you're just in the 5 figures and wanting to scale to multiple 6, stick around. We've got all sorts of fun stuff for you guys. So thanks for being here. Let's talk. So for a lot of you who are, just getting started in your business, if I had a time machine and I could go back to the beginning of building my business, y'all, there's a shit ton of things that I would change. And I believe that is a technical term, shit ton, right? So pardon me, I love me some Jesus, but I swear a little bit. So that's what I want to share with you, are some of the things that I figured out eventually, but had I known, it would have sped up my learning curve, because some of them are kind of painful. As new designers, or even as a seasoned designer, because I see Mr. David Call is still on here. He's been in the business for a while, but is there anything that is there any challenge that you still fight with? Like, is it your mindset, your money mindset? Is it, your boundaries? Like, just let me know if you have a challenge that you are still fighting with. And if you don't, that's okay too. Let's talk about those 5 things, and then we can come back to that in a little bit, because I'll share with you some of the things that I struggle with. I think it's important that we talk about it, because nobody has all of their shizzle figured out. Okay, 5 things. Let's start with mindset, shall we? This has been one of my biggest struggles, and I still sometimes struggle with it, but you can get in your own way when you're overthinking something. In fact, we got off of a call today with my business bakery, and one of my bakers was overthinking their social media and their software, just overthinking it. Get out of your way. Do not overthink. If you have something that works for you, then use it. You're always looking for that next best thing. It's that shiny object syndrome. You're gonna waste so much time and so much money going from, oh, maybe I don't need a studio designer. Ivy, it's a lot prettier. I'm gonna go to Ivy. Oh, I don't need Dubsado. I'm gonna go to Sidemark. Like all of the things. It's like, if it works, use it until you outgrow it. Okay. You can change it later, but just get with something and stick with it. Don't overthink your social media. Okay, post it. If you only have 22 followers, then you can post a dumb post. You only have 22 people following you. Probably 2 of them might see it. And it might be your bestie and your mom, and they're going to love you anyway. So just get consistent with it. Okay, done is better than perfect. Get your website up. Get your website up. And then start posting your blog on it. Done is better than perfect. You can hire somebody later to up-level your website. You can outsource your blogs later, but you need to get those working. Okay. And going back to that social media, you're not a social media manager. You are a designer who has social media. Design your little heart out, babe. That's what you're good at. Social media as best as you can and get over it. Just do it. Okay. So it's just like when you're going to go exercise, the hardest part sometimes is just to put your damn shoes on. okay, or to get your workout clothes on. So action, what is it? A body in action stays in action. Isn't that like a physics or something? So a body in motion stays in motion. Body in motion produces motion, something like that. So just do it. Okay, just do it. Nike was right on point. Just do it. Okay. So mindset, done is better than perfect. I wish I would have known that. Money, be proactive and protective of your revenue. Okay. And let's see. So somebody direct messaged me saying just started, not sure if you're charging good rates. Shanice says she overthinks her social media that you don't post anything. And Hafez is overthinking your website. Okay, y'all, let me just challenge you personally. Thank you, first of all, for saying that. Thank you. I know it's not easy to say something you're not good at, especially in a public forum. Between now and the end of this month, go do it. Just go freaking do it. Okay. Remember, you are a designer who has social media. Okay. You're a designer who has a website. You're a designer. You don't know if you're charging good rates, no problem. Okay. That's how you learn. So we can talk about that. You can pricing profits and margins. I've got a masterclass tomorrow and we're doing more masterclasses. So you can hop in there right away just to get a good feeling for it. Okay. Let's talk about money. Money's more than just what you charge. Okay. So if you're not sure if you're charging good rates, or Catherine says she's uneasy about pricing labor and materials with conflicting advice from different sources, just know there's no standard operating procedure for interior design. Okay. I teach you the way that works for me. So when you're in my paid programs, I teach you exactly what's worked for me and hundreds of other designers. You talk to a different business coach and he or she might say, yeah, but I do it this way. And then you talk to another business coach, or maybe not even a business coach, but another designer, and they say, oh, that's dumb. I do it this way. Okay. So these are things to think about. And we'll get to pricing here in just a minute. Let's talk about money, because you need to take a look at your insurance. Okay. I didn't know what the hell type of insurance I needed, and neither did my State Farm agent. You need to find an agent that understands interior design and what we do. Okay. I use the Satinoff agency. They understand interior design. Hallie will drop that in there. And they're fantastic. Thank you, Hals. Contracts. You need to protect your money through the contract so that all parties are on the same page. What happens if something shows up broken? What happens if something breaks later? What happens if they approve a selection and then change their mind? Okay, are you paying for that resale? Are you paying the restocking fee? No, the client is. That's where you're protecting your money. Okay, same thing with a scope of work. So speaking of podcast requests, I had somebody in the UK message me on social media saying, hey, this pricing is something that we struggle with. She and a group of 20 other designers that she gets together. And I did it wasn't just pricing, it was just like the whole thing just gets taken away. So I did a podcast, should be coming out on Monday, actually, and basically said your scope of work needs to be, and your contract needs to be very inclusive of everything that's included. Otherwise, you get scope creep, which results in a loss of your time and money. Okay, so if it's not in the scope of work, I'm not going to do it. So that's how you can be proactive and protective of your revenue. Now, let's go directly into pricing, okay? Because that's just dovetails off of money, and I kind of am skirting that line. Like I was saying earlier, I think in response to Catherine. Oh, good. Risa recommends Villanova, and they've had great working with them. They also have a legal department that provides contracts. Oh, good, 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 good. Check out Villanova also. Grace says all the different advice causes you to do nothing because you don't know what's right. Let me tell y'all something. Grace, Catherine, everybody who's struggling with this, you have to do what's right for you. You're not buying a franchise. You're not starting a company that has rules and regulations. You have to do what's right for you. Okay? Because anybody you ask is going to have an opinion. If you're going to take an opinion from somebody and you're going to take their advice, you have to make sure that they're not an armchair quarterback. Okay, what I mean by that is like Brene Brown. Oh, who was it? Theodore Roosevelt. Like, are they in the arena? Because everybody has an opinion. Okay, everybody has elbows too. But if they are just giving you their opinion and they're broke, or they're working for 75 bucks an hour in their interior design business, that's not aspirational. You want somebody who's done it and succeeded. Okay. So be careful who you take advice from. You can get in all of these free Facebook forums, mine included, and you get advice from people who don't even, they don't like, do you even run a business? Maybe they're just interior decorating enthusiasts. Okay. So just be aware of that. Okay. Be careful who you take advice from. I'm getting on my soapbox. Pricing. Don't let the dilemma live in your head. Pick a way and stick with it until you know better. So if working hourly is the best way for you because that's the only way you know, then do it and just make sure you're charging for every ounce of time that you're spending. As you're doing that, you're record keeping and you are collecting data. Okay. At this point, you need to take your emotions out of the overall calculations and out of everything and be the business person. Okay. This is where you are the CEO of your business. You are the CEO because you are looking at the data and making decisions based on it. You don't make decisions based on your money stories, and you do not make decisions, especially based on your client's wallet. You have money stories. I have money stories. Hallie has money stories. Everybody on this call has money stories. Okay. You have to extract yourself from those and look at it strictly from a black and white business standpoint. If you need to, and I'm going to say probably 95% of you on this call, whether you're here live or watching it as a repeat, there we go. I go back to the 70s. If you're watching it as a repeat, most likely need to hire somebody to help you with your pricing. Okay. Somebody who's done it before. Somebody who's doing it now and successfully. When you're talking about your pricing, in order to charge a luxury fee, you have to provide a luxury service. Okay. Think about McDonald's versus, I don't know, here in Dallas, we have Jake's Hamburgers. Okay. McDonald's, you can get your basic hamburger. Lord knows it used to be 89 cents. I don't know what they are now. 89 cents, $1.29. They're probably what, $5 now? Let's just say it's $5. You go to Jake's Hamburger, it's a $15 burger. The entire process is more luxurious, if you can call a hamburger luxury. But in comparison, you go up to McDonald's, you walk in, it smells like McDonald's. Okay. You get these kids working there, or we're not even going to go down that path. We're not even going down that path. So then you get your burger, it's given to you in this little sack, and you take it and you serve and you sit down and you eat it. Okay. At Jake's Hamburgers, then you sit down and somebody comes and takes your order and they bring you a beer or a soda or whatever you want. And then you have a variety of different options and you place your order and they bring it out to you. And you've got this, I don't want to say it's ambiance, but it doesn't smell like McDonald's. Okay. You've got TV. So you have a better experience. They can charge you more. It's a better burger. Is it that much better of a burger? I mean, it's a burger, but you have to have that consistency and that experience in order to charge more. So if you're feeling like you're not charging enough, here's my question. Do you have processes in place that allow you to have consistent experience for your clients that enables them to have an experience and not just an outcome? Okay. When you are talking about your fees, I learned this literally the first, I don't know, maybe the first 6 months I had that I had started my interior design business bakery, which is our signature program for coaching. Stephanie had said, here's how you tell the client what your fee is. Okay, no matter what it is. It could be a $75,000 design fee. It can be $75 an hour that you're charging, like whatever it is. You use basically the tone and attitude of, hey, just pass the salt. Okay. When you're sitting at the table and you're like, hey, Hals, can you pass me the salt, please? Just pass the salt. That's all it is. What's your fee? 75,000. Pass the salt. $75 an hour. Pass the salt. Like whatever it is. Okay. It's mindset and it's methods when it comes down to your pricing. Again, Hallie, this is not a commercial, but go sign up for our pricing, profits, and margins. It's a free masterclass. And then practice, pass the salt. Yeah, Kate, it's so easy. Once Stephanie said that, I was like, yeah, I'm nervous asking for large design fees. Not as much anymore because I know the value. Okay. So for those of you struggling with pricing and processes and things like that, yeah, that's what I do. Okay. I would be remiss by not promoting. That's what I do. If you don't hire me in some way, shape, or form, hire somebody that you know has done it. Ask for references. So I'm just gonna tell you when you because I'm gonna tell you, go get a coach. Ask for references for people they've worked with. Because we're not all created the same. Okay. That's my little marketing pitch. So let's talk about marketing. Okay. So things that I wish I would have known: mindset, money, pricing, marketing. Babe, go deep instead of wide. What I mean by that is you don't have to be the expert on LinkedIn. You don't have to be the expert on Pinterest. You don't have to be the expert on Instagram. You don't have to be the expert on SEO. You don't have to be the expert on your blog. You don't have to be the expert in advertising. You don't have to be the expert networking person. Okay. That's wide. You want to go deep. Focus on building relationships. I really suck at that. Okay. So you want to know what I struggle with? I struggle with relationships. Like I generally don't like people. So to spend a lot of time with the same people over and over, I find it difficult. Okay. That's just the way it is. If I really like somebody, then I really like spending time with them. But focus on building those relationships and be intentional. Okay. You don't have to be best friends. Like I should have told myself, Michelle, you don't have to be BFFs. I don't have to have them over for dinner. Okay. You just need to develop those strategic relationships and get out there and network and meet people face to face. Okay. It's kind of like dating. I mean, you might end up kissing a couple of frogs just as you're going along, but it's worth it in the long run. Okay. Whew, I can go on long-winded. These trainings are supposed to be like 10 to 15 minutes. Here we are coming in on 30. So let's talk about processes. Okay, this is kind of what I was talking about earlier. Like you've got McDonald's and Jake's Burgers. And I'm sure there's probably a better burger place around here, but what can I say? When you are operating, and it was who's just said that? Island Triple O iPhone says you always think you need to charge less when the scope is so small. Here's how you do it. You act as if you are a larger design firm and you set up processes from the start. Okay. If it's a small scope, it's going to cost less. Absolutely. It's just like if you're going to order an appetizer versus an entree, you're getting less, so you pay less. But that doesn't mean that you're giving away this appetizer or your small scope. Okay, you still are here to make money. So what you need to do is you need to look at your firm as if you're a large firm, or if you're, let's say you're going to sell your firm. You might not ever sell your firm, but set it up as if you are, so that you have standard operating procedures, or that you're hiring somebody that you can train them properly. Okay, so you want to have your client sales and onboarding process. How do you qualify, quote, and close amazing clients? Okay, you're setting yourself up from the beginning as the expert. If you don't know how to do that, rolling in the dough, December 9th. Okay, get yourself registered for that free workshop. You want to set your schedule up so that you have kind of like standard protocol. What I mean by that is maybe marketing is done every Monday. Your financials are done every Friday. One of your client meetings, Tuesday afternoon and Thursday morning. Like, so you have a flow and you're not just like all over the place running around with your hair on fire. How are you keeping your pipeline full with marketing? Okay. We were talking about marketing. Oh, let's go back to marketing real fast. Your consistency for sales and marketing. Do you have a CRM, a client relationship manager? Okay. I use Sidemark, mysidemark.com. Full transparency, I'm a co-founder. Couldn't find what I wanted. So we kind of we took something that existed and created it for designers. Okay. It has client relationship managers. It has marketing because it has the social media in there. It has automated emails. It has all the things. That's my process for marketing. And then we have a process of implementing the interior design process, because the process, okay, every project is different, but the process should be the same. So what I teach and what we do here at ML Interiors Group is the 16 steps of sanity. Every single project goes through these 16 steps. If we don't need, well, there's never a step that you don't need. Okay. So we'll get to that in a whole different thing, but every process is the same. I tell that to the client. This is how we run our projects. And this is how much it's going to cost. Okay. So it's this whole sales process. So there's a ton more. Okay. But this is going to be a great start. So let's Hallie, did you just recap? Thank you. Hallie, recap the 5 things in the notes. In the interest of time, I'm not going to. So y'all, I've mentioned to y'all that this is what I do. I'm going to tell you right now, I come on here to give some free stuff away because I love doing it. But what I really, really, really love is seeing the results of designers after we've worked together for an extended period of time. So if you think this free stuff is good, and it is, by the way, a lot of times my free content is better than some of the paid programs you'll find elsewhere. But if you like the free stuff, let me tell you, there's a few ways that you can work with us. Hallie can drop, do we have that graphic? We might not be able to do that. Anyway, let me just tell you real fast. And then
you want me to drop the work with me page in here? Because
yeah, that's a great idea.
Bottom. Okay. It's got it at the bottom.
Thank you. I've got the Interior Design Business Bakery, which is a 12-month signature program. The entire kitchen, I throw the entire kitchen in to this program, and it's going to launch your business 5 or so years into the future into a multiple 6-figure revenue. Okay. It's an investment. Just below that, what I've done is I've taken the key ingredients out of the bakery, and that's the recipe that's going to help launch you as well. Okay. It's the diet version of the bakery. It doesn't have as much of the content. We have the Sugar and Spice Society, which I just taught coming into this. It wrapped up at the top of the hour. It's a 6-month program helping you to generate some revenue. Okay. So that you can invest into that next level of coaching. You can never charge premium fees unless you're giving a premium process. And that's what I teach you how to do both. Okay. Private coaching, we can customize a package for one-on-one coaching. It could be a VIP day. It could be a year-long holding hands. Okay. We have rolling in the dough starting in December. And then I have pricing, profits, and margins masterclass. We've got that going on tomorrow. If you have any questions or you're truly curious about some of this content, you can hop on a free call. Just email hello@Design for the Creative Mind. Hallie will hop on a call with you. I'll hop on a call with you. Just depends on what the availability is. We'll get you taken care of. So there's my little bit of marketing. Masterclass. That was a direct message from Mayfem Gurno. I don't know what that is. There's a link that Hallie dropped the masterclass in. So if you guys are messaging, if you message me directly, there you go. If you message me directly, I may not see it. Do it to everyone. So scroll up. Hallie's got the masterclass is the first link in this chat. So if you guys are here live, thank you for being here live. If you're watching a replay, okay, if you're on Facebook in the middle of the night and you're watching a replay, drop a note in that you're watching a replay. Like Hallie and I, speaking of collecting data, we collect data. We love to know what you guys want to hear more about. We love to see if there's anybody watching the replays or if it's just, you know, on an as needed basis. It helps us to continue to develop content for you guys and to serve you. That's my goal, is to a rising tide lifts all boats. So thank you for being here today. I hope to see some of y'all on the masterclass tomorrow. And it's even more interactive when we do rolling in the dough in December. So I hope you guys can sign up for that. And I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Oh, have a good one.